Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. It is not Wisdom Wednesday. How about that? I don't even know what day of the week it is. Matters of the Heart Monday. That's what it is. Matter of the Heart Monday. How are you out there? Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Have you had a great day today? How's it been, Julie? It's been a good day. Teresa, hello. Hello, Ebony. Are you laughing at me, Ebony? Because I'm still stuck on Wisdom Wednesday, and here it is. I'm on a Monday night. Nuts, Eb. Nuts. It's been that kind of a day. Have you guys had that kind of a day also? Oh my gosh. Hello, Demetrius. How are you, sir? Welcome into the room. So far, so good. Hello, Auntie Deb. Welcome to the room. Welcome in. Happy Monday, Teresa. I missed you the other day, girl. We have to talk. We'll talk about you jumping in on the class next month because we're already halfway through it. So we'll talk about that. So let's have a little shout later on in the week. Yay! Come on in. Let me know where you are viewing from. Let me know that while I'll sit here for a moment and catch my breath. And thank you, Demetrius. Demetrius said, everyone, let's please share this live. And I agree, Demetrius. We need to share it. Tonight, I'm not going to have an actual entertainer in the room. However, we're going to really focus on, I had a Sparrow to actually utilize the conversation jar. So, according to the individual that wrote Fabulous, the note, the Dear Fabulous letter, it put me in the mind to pull from chapter 31, Never Settling, in my book, right? So, how I became fabulous and a lady all the time. So, we're going to be chatting about number 31. Number 31, that chapter in the book. I'm going to actually read a part of it. For those of you who haven't read it, it's okay. It's a really short one, and it's something worthwhile taking a look at. I'll say that. And with that being said, I probably should turn all of my bells and whistles off when it comes to that. And what is with this trying other way of Facebook be doing way too much? I just don't know if I should touch the screen. Okay. I'm halfway afraid most days. Most days, I don't know what to think. Hi, Marlena. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the room. Veronica Morris, welcome to the room. It's been a merciful Monday. Merciful Monday it is. And this is really good. This is really good. So what I'm going to do is basically read what I'm going to read from chapter 31. Those of you who have actually read the book, if you have some voice to add, please do so. However, for those who haven't read it, let's not ruin it for them in the event they want to read it for themselves. However, the topic, when it came from the Sparrow that submitted the conversation jar, help, let's put it that way, and just for some guidance. So I said, oh my gosh, this is really interesting, which falls right into never settle. Because, who wants to settle? Who has time for that? So since I don't have an actual guest here tonight, I do have a song choice, a song that I would suggest that this particular Sparrow take a listen to. Real talk. And that's how we're going to go about doing it. Lisa Marie, welcome to the room. For those of you who are chiming in for the first time and don't know who I am Valerie Miller of TVM, the Valerie Miller, your conscious coach. And the whole point of me bringing this platform as far as Matters of the Heart Monday is because I am an author also. So being an author and writing about my memoirs of life and how I got through certain situations and everything comes right up out of here. And this is just part one of it. There are 3 parts to this. So you're going to see how I became fabulous. This one, and a lady all the time, is how I became fabulous. The acceptance part of it, that's book 2. And then it'll be the 3rd part, how I became fabulous. I am caviar, the real caviar. And that's basically coming from the love lessons of it all. Living is truly interesting. And when you hear the term, life is a box of chocolates, it's true. You never know what you're going to get every day. It's about how you deal with these situations, though. That's what I will say on that. Wisdom, consciousness, the whole 9. Wisdom and consciousness is necessary in our lives. It is so necessary in our lives. If we're not learning from our lessons, we are forever going to be stuck in the class. I say take the class, graduate from the class, and learn something else new. That would be my suggestion to you. It's not always easy being conscious, though. As well as wisdom. Hi, Charles Mitchell. Welcome to the room. But I will say this. Put forth every effort to learn from every engaging situation with individuals that are in our lives. And when we start talking about matters of the heart, that baby should be wrapped up, or shall I say displayed, in a crystal case behind a vault. So when God says, protect your heart, please do. It's necessary to do that. It's so necessary. So we're going to go ahead and get started because it's no reason to delay. Like I said, share the video. Share it for tonight because this is a great topic to discuss. There are all times when we've, shall I say, settled. We have settled in some fashion. And once we realize it's an oh my goodness moment, like what in the world? Why do we do that? Why do we do that? It's easy to do when we've met somebody we sincerely like. We have decided to give it a go, see how things work out. A lot of people may say go with the flow. I've never been a go with the flow kind of a girl. Either it's going to be or it isn't. Definitely work out the things that needs to be worked out in any engaging relationship. However, sometimes we can give too much. And I did write in here in one of these chapters, I don't remember exactly which one. There are 43 chapters here. I can't remember verbatim. However, when you deplete yourself, you've given too much. If you're the one constantly giving, always the one making suggestions or being flexible, it's a one-sided situation. You're settling, okay? You're putting yourself on hold. You're, putting yourself on the shelf of what your desires and things are. So when it comes to never settling in chapter 31, I'm not even sure if I'm going to read the whole thing. Maybe just parts of it. I don't want to give it all away. What I won't be doing is reading the entire chapters because there are some smaller chapters and there's some large ones. It so happened to be tonight. This one's a short one. And I'm going to say this. I will read it. Do not hesitate. Put your comments in if you want to voice something. But like I said, I have a response from the conversation jar. Do not be quiet because I know for certain it's not a person that's viewing right now or maybe catching the replay later. And if you catch the replay, be sure to tell me that you've caught the replay. Hashtag replay, because that's notifying me that you viewed it and you made a comment. Therefore, I can turn around and come back in and respond to what you've said. Okay? So, with never settle, here goes. Settling within a relationship is the absolute worst thing anyone could possibly do to themselves whilst inflicting personal harm to their inner compass. You know, I'm going to stop right there. I may stop throughout. I'm going to do my very best not to. And it may be a good idea to just go ahead and read the entire chapter and then allow you guys to hear it and then verbalize. But I'm talking about myself here. So when I read what I felt my contribution was when settling in a relationship, I am now flashing back to that actual time. I am. Because it does. It inflicts personal harm to your inner compass, which is actually your spirit. And when we start damaging our spirit, we really have a problem at hand. So why on earth would anyone choose to forfeit their own desires in life, such as their dreams, wants, and needs, for the sake of having a beau in their lives and taking on all of their wants, desires, needs? You follow me out there? Be sure to like, love, whenever you're following me and it resonates with you, hit the like button, hit the love button, or whatever emoji that resonates with you in that moment. Because we have to reflect back on things sometime. Even, whether it's past or present, it's nuts for me to say. Sometimes I go back and remind myself of situations current because of things that have taken place in the past. And I read what I've already written and remind myself, no, you've been there. I've done that before. I'm not willing to do that again. So I'm really not doing that. So, well, a lot of women as well as men do. And like I said, I'm guilty of doing that also for a period of time myself. This was during a time of my life when I made attempts to please my guy, my beau, my suitor. Do I regret it? Absolutely. I do. Every time I made attempts to please Mr. Right Now, compromised my integrity, and felt like I was selling myself out. So, does that resonate with anybody? Does anybody remember when you've compromised yourself to the point to where you felt sick every single time you did it? That's your conscience. That's your spirit saying, girl, guy. What are you doing? Is this person worth it to you? I think not. I really think not. It cost me way too much and finally came to the realization that I simply couldn't afford to do it anymore. It cost too much. Also realizing that I was compromising my authenticity. When you conform to settling, you're tap dancing on the borders of giving up too much, causing codependency. Fade to black. Fade to black, Veronica Mars. You are correct. And those are my words. I live by fade to black. There are times when you have to do that. You have to. You may not remember it in the time. You may not think about it because dating today is no fun. It is not fun. These streets are not kind. And knowing that, we tend to sacrifice more. We give up more. We take a little bit more. We compromise just a little bit more to work on rectifying the problem, rectifying and trying to save the relationships. And sometimes it's necessary to let that thing go. You have to let it go. If it's not working, let it go. You're saving so much time when you do. And you're going to make yourself available. You can turn your green light on for the right person, the right guy, the right girl to come into your life. Why settle in that space? Why settle in that space? Like I said, when you conform to settling, you tap dancing on borders of giving up too much, causing codependency, and this isn't the life you want to create for yourself. Of course, in relationships, there will be occasions when you give and take to keep the peace from time to time. This is expected in any healthy relationship. Keyword, healthy. Healthy, I'm saying healthy relationship. Okay? However, when the odds aren't balanced and more taking outweighs the dynamics, then it's time to reevaluate the direction of the relationship and make a decision that will best benefit your needs if they're not being met. And keep in mind, this month is Decisive December. And there are quite a few people I've had engaging conversations with that are settling. I'll never in a lifetime tell you to leave a relationship. However, I will question, where is your happy? When is the last time you experienced it? Do you even remember what it feels like? Because you've compromised so much. And it's only so many times you can really reach out to me and talk about these types of situations. I promise you, I'm not going to keep talking to you about it. I'm not, because it's all about strategizing. It's about strategizing. You have to strategize ways that's going to best suit your life. Please reevaluate. Make the best decisions that's going to keep you as happy as possible on a day-to-day basis. We have enough going on in life to have to take on extra misery that's inflicted by somebody else. It's a hard realization to grasp, especially if you've been with your partner for a number of years, but necessary to do. If there is any hope, if there's any hope of saving the relationship, bend your back to fix it. Get counseling, do what you have to do. However, if you've, crossed all of your T's, dotted all of your I's, and you still have the same drama, it's been 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. 7 years is completion for me. 7 years was too long for me with this person. However, that's behind me now, completely. And you're going to see, once you read the book, you're going to see there are many times Mr. Right Now is surfacing in here. He was back and forth like saloon doors. I mean, I say it every time. You can have attachments. Attachments to someone does not equate to love. It's not love. It's comfort. Settling. It's not love. And you have to weigh your options. And when you strategize and see how much it's cost you, it's too expensive. Do you want to continue to deplete yourself? Can you afford to keep losing? Can you afford for another year to go by? Those type of situations. That's what I'm basically referring to. Your future depends on it. And I'm kind of going to stop right there. I'm almost done, but I've lost my place, so I don't really know where. Well, I'll just jump in right here. For a number of years, but necessary. Do it if you can fix it. If it depends on a positive future, in so many words. Okay? At the end of the day, nothing is worth losing this person you've taken your whole life to become for the sake of having a suitor in your life. Hashtag not worth it. Hashtag cost too high. You can't afford to lose yourself when it comes to doing too much to save a relationship and you're the only one that's trying to keep it afloat. They're out sachet doing what they want to do. Doing what they want to do. You're the loyal one. So, hi Sheldon. Welcome into the room. So that's what we're talking about, never settling. And Demetrius, you're saying I'm speaking the truth. And I'm pretty sure all of you in this room can resonate to what I'm talking about. And another thing you'll see, these are some little bookmarks that I gave away at my book release party. And it was different quotes that I personally, these are my personal quotes. Hi, Debbie. Welcome to the room. And what this quote says, love can be messy and quite complicated sometimes, which requires a great deal of forgiveness. The secret is simply allowing the other person to be themselves while accepting them for who they are. You have to accept them for who they are. Teresa Long is saying, nothing is worth losing you. Yeah, you can't, because every single time you make a sacrifice, one-sided, the other person isn't doing anything for you. They're not adding value to your life. They're not good for you. And you know it. Everybody in your family knows it. All of your friends know it. However, we go back to that whole situation. And I knew this is truth for me. Who wants to go back out here and meet somebody new? Oh my gosh. You have to get to know somebody else. Oh my gosh. Dating. Oh my gosh. Everything. The process all over again. Maybe he'll get it right this time. Maybe. Just maybe. And you give him chance after chance after chance after chance. No, he's not doing any better. But you're making yourself sick. You're not happy. You're coming up with excuses why not to spend time. You're coming up with any excuse possible. However, you haven't made that decision to say, you know what, this is it. I'm done. I need to go ahead and close the chapter on this. I'm going to close the chapter on this because I am worth it. I am fabulous. I have a life to live, and this person is toxic in it. This person is not supportive. This person is not there. This person is living their own independent life. However, relationship with you. They're in one with you. Wrong. No. This has to stop at some point. But it only comes when you have to have that isolation island time. You got to go away, meditate, pray, ask for guidance in it to move on. And thank God that it's behind me now. It's behind me. Did I love him? Absolutely yes. Why? He had great qualities. He had some. He really did. However, I knew in the beginning he wasn't for me. And the reason I got in this situation in the first place is because, keep in mind, the name, Mr. Right Now. He was for right now. I moved from Charlotte to Atlanta. I met him. He was good for right now until I settled in, until I met somebody I really liked. But when you fall in love with Mr. Right Now or Mrs. Right Now, that is huge. That is huge and it's complicated. Ask for help. Right, Teresa? Ask for guidance. And when I prayed about it, I got the answer. I knew that it was something I had to phase out over time because we were great friends at the end of the day. But do you save the friendship? Do you cut all losses and go? I had to cut all losses and go. All losses. And you'll see how cut and much of a loss it was. That's all the way in book 3. It's in book 3. Because when you read this one, it's a different outcome. It's a different one. But it's always juicy. And when you can reflect back over your life and see, excuse me, see the hurdles you've come through and that you've jumped over, congratulate yourself. There is always happiness on the other side. You may have forgotten what it feels like because you've been in such a process of a roller coaster ride for so long. Who wants to stay on that? Up and down, sideways, backwards, then forth. Your stomach's hurting. You have a headache. You're scared. When is the next drop? When is that other shoe going to drop? You know, upset one minute, lovey-dovey the next. I won't even say. Whew, I won't even say. Hi, Tiffany. I miss you tonight. However, this is the juiciness of it. And what I'm going to do at this point is, because I know it's probably some things that you all have said and I've completely missed. Welcome to the room, Tiff. But it's just one of those things that I am hoping and praying that the Sparrow that wrote me the conversation jar note is watching. She told me she was going to be watching. We did have a little bit of dialogue in regards to her situation. At the same time, my heart goes out. My heart goes out. Hi, Natalie. Hello, my girl. Thank you for coming into the room. And what my heart goes out to her is because we all look for the common denominator of love. We want love. We look for it every day. We pray about it. We do things that we don't normally do for it. We compromise for it. And sometimes we compromise and shouldn't be compromising. Shouldn't be compromising. One more time, you shouldn't be compromising, because you need to understand, what are you compromising for? Are you the one doing all of the giving? Are you receiving anything? You have to look at it. Are you receiving anything at all from this connection? Hello, Joy. And welcome to the room, Joy. I hope you're having a good day, dear. My thing is, analyze and analyze often your relationships. If you're married, that's a different situation, okay? But it's never room for compromising. I have a saying, and I'm going to say it, and this is, I will be talking about it in book 2 and 3, in a sense. And you'll see the involvement between the 2 books, because I have had life changes in between writing all of this. It's not about exclusive. A lot of people, you say, you're in exclusive relationships. To me, that is a trigger word because of Mr. Right Now. So with that being said, I'm never exclusive in a relationship. Exclusive to me means that we're together, however, you exclude everybody else. And that was the actual case for me. When you have jealousy of my family, of my friends, I can't have a decent night out with the girls. What's your ETA? When are you coming home? I mean, how long? You stayed out longer than you said you were going to. Those types of things. Have you heard those types of tones? Have you experienced relationships like that? And it's not always men doing it to women. Women do it to men also. You have to look at these situations as they occur. That's a control issue, a major one. I'm too free of a spirit to have that in my life. So I'm very strong. They knew I was strong. It was always a pushback. Like, why are you doing that? It's enough of me to go around. But exclusive, no. For me, terminology is inclusive. I include you in my life. And I'll go in deeper in this second book. I include you. My life doesn't change because you entered it. It doesn't change. You're an asset to me, or you're deficit to me. One or the other. In this case, it was more deficit than value added over time. On again, off again, on again, off again. How many times can you do it on and off? It's exhausting. Hello, Holly. Holly Hannon, welcome into the room. So my thing is, we include people in our lives. Everything we enjoy remains. Everything we desire, our hopes, our dreams, our goals, they remain the same. This person should encourage you to reach those goals. If it's more one-sided again, and you're the one encouraging, but they're masking you from doing what you want to do, things that make you happy, the things that make you soar and grow and bloom and be more beautiful than you are, this is an issue. It's a major, major, major issue. Therefore, exclusive wiped out of Valerie's vocabulary. And I would say to you, analyze it. What does it mean to you in a relationship? What? It's inclusive. I'm not compromising. I'm including you into it because we are going to complement each other. I'm going to support you. You support me. And then we do things together. That's combustion. That is beauty. That's what you call a healthy, organic type of a relationship. We all seek love at the end of the day. Just make sure it's the right love. It's the proper love. Love that lasts. Love that encourages. Does not hurt. But, it's inevitable that hurt is going to come. Disappointment may come, but disappointment only comes with expectation. I don't want to give the whole book away. So I have to think in advance before I start talking. Because when I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking how I live. Veronica, you're saying take time to learn each other. Be supportive in all relationships. Keep it healthy. Yes, you want to keep it as healthy as possible. You want to encourage each other. Honey, go for it. Every dream I will know about that you have for yourself. I make it a point to learn as much as I can about the person I'm with. On the front end, during, what are your future goals? I mean, up to the next month. And you all know me well enough to know, and those of you who don't, you'll get it. Okay, Valerie is a challenge-driven person. I challenge you. You can't say something to me. I'm going to ask you, when are you going to get it done? I will give you a date myself. Set a reminder in my phone for you. That's how much I care about you. I love my family, my friends, and my significant other like that. Because the happier they are, the happier you are. The happier you are, the happier they are. So just always remember to include them into your life. Don't change your life. Mr. Right Now really wanted to construct me to be this doll that he wanted me to be. I'm not going to change for you. No, I love me a lot. So when you get to the point to where you need to change for somebody, or they're asking you to change, in reality, those are things within themselves that needs to be reflected upon. They have issues with themselves that they're trying to project onto you. Don't accept that. Don't accept that. But definitely reassess. Now, I'm going to read the letter from the Sparrow that submitted from the conversation jar. We did have some dialogue. But what I'm going to do is just say what she wrote. And it was a female. I'm going to see where it starts, because we kind of went back and forth for a minute. And, oh my gosh, I hadn't even made it to the top yet. Okay, here we go. She says, "Hi, Fabulous. I got a question to ask you. I've been seeing this Caucasian guy." She said white, but I'm going to say Caucasian guy. "I went to school with for 19 months, but I'm getting tired of us not going out together. We go to the store together, or we'll hang out, but however, we never went on a date, not a real date together. I'll spend the night with him on the weekend, or he'll come see me, but that's all we ever do. Would I be wrong if I stopped seeing him because of that? I think he really isn't comfortable with dating outside of his race." She's African American. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Emily. Happy birthday, Emily. Happy 26, baby doll. Okay, she's African American. He's Caucasian. What would you suggest be said to her? We've had dialogue. I said to her, okay, I'm gonna put it out to the Sparrows. I won't say who you are. We'll keep it anonymous. And what I said to her was, why on God's green earth has it been 19 months and you haven't addressed this issue? That was my first question to her. So what do you all feel? What would you do in this predicament? Would you even be in this predicament? Like I said, reading her conversation jar inquiry. She wants help with this. And it may be easy for me to answer that. You're welcome, Dar. You're welcome, Emily. It's easy for me because I've had an interracial relationship type of a deal in the past. And I know for me, this was in the 90s. It wasn't so comfortable as it is now. So for myself, the guy was great. The guy was great. I mean, he laid out the carpet. Wanted to pay all the debts that I have because he knew how close I was with my family, wanted to move me to Florida. I was like, I'm not leaving my family. But it wasn't because I didn't want to leave my family. It was because I really wasn't comfortable with the relationship to the point to where I was willing to move, pack my bags and go. I wasn't willing to do that. So both Veronica Morris and Emily Bailey says she needs to have a conversation with him. This is coming from someone being in a relation. Hold on, Emily. I'm going to have to read it. It's a lot down here. I've got to open it up. If I can open it. It won't allow me to open, see everything you said. You're being in an interracial relationship. And Teresa says, that's truth. She already knows. She just needs to accept it and listen to herself. Natalie Blake says she needs to ask him why he won't go out in public with her. Is he embarrassed? And then you're like me, Natalie. Yeah, I wish I would wait 19 months to ask that question. I'm not going to do that. However, in her defense, she may not know to ask those questions. She may be younger. She never told me her age. She never gave me the details like that. But my heart went out to her because she is desiring love. This is somebody she went to school with. So she already have a relationship with this person. They're just of different race. You know, and it could be fear for him because it's not for her. She's written a letter. She's really interested in this person. And it's some other things that I won't disclose that she shared, which is more private. However, at the end of the day, again, I won't say leave. I won't say that. You need to come to that deciding factor yourself. And I feel like once you strategize, you see all of the goods and the bads. In this case, the bads are outweighing the good. So for me, it's easy. It's extremely easy. It's not for her. She's needing help. And I gave her some very sound advice on that. I gave her some questions to ask him. And she knows. I think Teresa said she already knows. Yeah, she already knows. But she has to make the decision. And I take it back to, granted, we all seek love. We all want it so badly. However, I'm willing to keep myself in that glass case. I'm willing to keep myself on Isolation Island until Boaz Solomon shows up. Until he show up. I'm loving me. I am doing personal development on myself. I'm not dating anybody. Until you can rescue me from Isolation Island, I suggest don't do it. Don't even approach me. Don't do it. Don't come with game. Don't come with nonsense, anything ridiculous. And you need to be in a good place yourself. Because if I'm doing all the work on myself, I'm expecting you, hold on, retraction. I'm not expecting. I had to learn expectations the hard way and the cost of expectations. You know, another expensive thing. Do not expect, because when you expect, you receive disappointment. The only way you're going to avoid disappointment is to not expect. Just be grateful. Be grateful for what they can bring. We don't know the ins and outs and the levels of intelligence that everybody has. We don't know how many situations they've been in to learn. So expectations, another word, ripped from Valerie's vocabulary. However, I'm definitely grateful for you in my life. I'm grateful for what you bring to my life. I'm not going to judge you. However, when I make the decision for my life, because I'm not going to allow you to make that for me. Time is too valuable. When I come to the deciding factor that it's time to say smooches, arrivederci, I wish you well. Please take care of yourself because it's going to come to that. Love you first. I think I put a post up maybe a couple of weeks ago and I said fly, F-L-Y. First love yourself. First love you. Because if you can't love yourself to want the absolute best for yourself, guess what? You're not capable of loving anybody else. Therefore, you're going to be a doormat. You're going to be settling. You're going to compromise. You're going to look at exclusive and think it's okay. You're going to take all of the negative behavior. When you love you, there is no settling. There is no taking the nonsense. You are constantly reminding yourself how beautiful and fabulous you are. You're amazing. And you may have noticed my posts for gratitude time today. And you're going to see, secret shadows popping up with hashtags here and there. Because of people wanting to be like somebody else. No, it's be fabulous 365. If you're yourself 100% every day, you don't have time to be like anybody else. Don't do it. You can't be me. I'm already taken. So, in her case, love yourself enough, Sparrow, baby girl. Love yourself enough. Because this behavior she's teaching to her child. She has a son. I will share that. She has a young son. And that's a form of abuse. You're abusing yourself and you're abusing your child all at the same time. Because you're allowing someone else to dictate your life. And if you can be around me in private for 19 months, you can be in public with me for 19 months. Okay? Emily Bailey says, you have to love yourself before you can love someone else. Yes. Natalie Blake, great point. Yeah. Because you really have to dissect it. It's not easy to strategize, especially when you care for somebody. That's the toughest part. You've now attached yourself to this person. You actually love them. You see their faults. You accept their faults. They're not accepting yours. And the one song I would, and oh, how I wish I could play music on Facebook. I can't. However, later on tonight, when I go on my podcast and talk about this very same topic, I will have the pleasure of playing music to what I'm talking about. This song of suggestion, because this is about consciousness and love relationships and music, and how music can heal the soul, how music can be a wonderful thing in your life, right? Music is medicine all the time, no matter what you're dealing with. I write to music. I love music. This entire book, I played so many playlists writing this book, this one. And one of my faves, Layla Hathaway, was a big part, of inspiring me to push forward, to keep what's true, writing down in my journal. And you may see where I've been popping up some Dear God letters on Facebook also. Dear God. So when I start writing Dear God letters, and then I'm writing those gratitudes because I'm grateful for what he's shown me, is these types of things. Everybody isn't there. My walk is different from her walk. It's different from your walk. Your walk is different. We're all different. We have different levels of growth. We have different levels of wisdom. And we become fabulous at different rates. It's different rates of time when we evolve to fabulous, because I didn't evolve to fabulous by myself. So when I say how I became fabulous and a lady all the time, but God, period. He had to show me. He had to hold my hand and walk me through places, because you get attached to people that is just poison to you. They're toxic. They're not good. They look good outside, but their inside is completely destroyed. And when they're not happy, they're going to make sure you're not happy. They guarantee your unhappiness. This is when you lose yourself. This is when the compromise come in, because you have paid too much. The cost was too grand. I'm glad she reached out for help also, Veronica. It just breaks my heart that we want love so much, we accept the wrong type of love. It's the wrong love. I want blissful love. I want love that's going to make me wake up whistling in the morning. I'm skipping. I want that. So when I can have those types of relationships where I can trust this man, I can put my faith in this guy. She can't. She can't right now. That's why she's reaching out. When she wrote me the note and we're having dialogue, he was right there sleeping. He's asleep. She's in the bed with him, writing me a note. If it was me, I can't tell her this. Valerie Miller has left the building. Where are my shoes? Where are my shoes? Let me get my clothes. Let me get dressed. I will not entertain somebody who is outright blatant to my face for 19 months disrespecting me. Will not do it. Unacceptable. I'm not going to do that. So that's why you're going to hear me say certain things. I will plug certain things just to jog your memory or to make a reminder to you how beautiful, how handsome, how fabulous, how amazing you are. This isn't just for women. It's for men also. We want love, but make sure you're getting the proper love in your life. Know the love languages. I can't speak it enough. The 5 love languages. Which are you? Make sure that you're comfortable sharing this with the person in your life. Hi, Kelly McNamara. Hey. Hello, Miss Biscotta. Hello, Kevin Raddick. Welcome to the room. So my thing is, love yourself enough to want the absolute best for yourself. Oh, and I never did tell you the song, did I? I went on a rant. However, the one song I would suggest that she listen to is Bag Lady. Bag Lady by Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu is one of those artists to where she's so forward with what she has to say. Hello, Auntie. Hello, Cheryl Prescott, Auntie. I would suggest Bag Lady because the lyric that is in Bag Lady, she says, one day he's going to say, how does she say that? I'm trying to think of the lyric. One day, he's going to leave her. Okay? He's going to leave her in a nutshell. And then, what do? What is she going to do when he decide, I'm done, I'm leaving? Hi, Michelle. Welcome to the room. And you've done all of this sacrificing. You've been doing all of this catering to him. You've given so much. You've depleted yourself. You've done all this and that for this person. They've done absolutely nothing to increase value in your life. That's what you call a hashtag snap moment. You will have a so out of body experience. And I'm saying that from experience. Like I said, there were 40 chapters I did not put in that book. 40. But when I had that moment, it's like, oh, that is not Valerie. Oh my gosh. I have done too much. I've taken too much. I've accepted too much. No, I've got to rewrite the narrative in this story because I'm the main character and I've allowed somebody else to take my role in my life. It's time to take it back. When you take control of your life, when you love yourself, you will reassess and you will reassess often. Reassess often. And that's what I say to baby girl Sparrow that wrote the conversation jar letter. For those of you that are just coming in, it is way too much for me to recap. But do yourself a favor. If you feel like you've been settling or you know someone who's been settling, definitely hit at the bottom of your screen, hit share. Share this on your page so someone somewhere can get the message. That's the whole point of me doing this. I just would hate, for anybody to get to the point to where you've been in a relationship for so long and you've now depleted yourself. You deplete yourself and you've given so much to where you've lost yourself in the relationship. You don't even know who you are. I had a young lady say to me a couple of weeks ago, she's done so much for her mate to where she don't know what she like anymore. She don't know what her hobbies are, what her favorite things are. I totally cried. I cried for her because my heart broke for her. She loved this individual so much that she don't even recognize herself anymore. So now here I am. I'm going to have to work with her to rediscover herself, the things that she liked, the things she enjoy in life. Pull the veil off and say, hey, this is me. This is what I enjoy. This is what I like. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Joy. Welcome to the room. It's really sad, the lengths we take for love, the abuse that we inflict on ourselves for love. It's not really love. No, because love won't allow you to do that. Love won't do that. It will not do that. It won't let you do that. That's a codependency at this time. You've become codependent on that person. They've become codependent on you, and it's toxic. It's really sickening. It's sickening. But my suggestion would be Bag Lady, Erykah Badu. That would be song of choice. And no matter what, don't settle. Don't settle. I've already taken this thing. It was a quote that I had, another one that was in the book. Let me see if I can find it really fast. I know my mom. I hope that didn't interrupt. Somebody's calling. I forgot to turn my notifications off. Well, it's coming from part 8 of the book. I'm not going to flip through and find that particular quote. However, those of you who have the book, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. How, Heather? Hello, Heather. McDaniel, hey. Antonio, hi. So the thing is, it came from part 5 in the book, Soul Tie Detoxification. You have to detox people out of your life. It doesn't matter if it's a boyfriend, if it's a family member, a co-worker, doesn't matter. People who are toxic in your life, you have to find ways to detoxify them. And the quote that I have here from an unknown author is, forget what hurt you, but never forget what it taught you. Don't ever forget the lesson that you obtained from that hurt, from that situation. I'm not saying this because it's my book. I didn't write this book. Is my life experiences all right? Yeah. God completely wrote this book. He revealed the movie reel of my life. He told me exactly what to write about and what other people need to read in this book. And I apologize to everybody who do not have a copy because it took me 7 years to write it. On and off, playing with it. I didn't do what I could have done sooner with that book. And now I'm backlogged in writing. However, I'm now in a position to where I can sit myself down and get all these books in here out. I'm going to get them out to the people who need them. I never want to be that girl in the front, and showcasing and always in front of the limelight. Not my life. I'm that girl that's behind the stage, pulling and opening and closing the screen, the curtain. That's me. I don't like to be in the spotlight. However, my life has directed me in so many ways to where I have to be. I have a voice that needs to be shared. I have things that needs to be put out to help somebody else, just like you. So don't sit on your gifts. Don't sit on anything that God has ordained just for you. Your walk does not look like mine. Take advantage of what you're supposed to do in life. Don't keep it a secret. And then when you step out, the people, I had to come to an acceptance today, which, like I said, my post, that's a part of my book. It's a part of it. So to come to the conclusion that those secret shadows out there that are repeating me, that are trying to speak my language, they're stealing, my concepts. I didn't create these concepts. I've been saying fabulous all my life. God just showed me how I became fabulous through him. So it's not about the flash and all the glitz and the glam with fabulous. No. It's how I became fabulous through him. How he saved my life. How he's constantly pouring into me every day. Those types of situations. That's fabulous. When you can walk hand in hand with him. That is what you call fabulous. So every person, every secret shadow out there that are copying, that are mimicking me, I pray for you. That's sincere from my heart. It breaks my heart that there are people who want to emulate someone else. And that's what our society consists of today. So busy following someone else, trying to mold your life to look and be like someone else. However, if you could orchestrate and just tap into your own spirit and hear what he has to say for you and do that, you wouldn't have time to be me or try to be me. Like I said, I'm already taken. So tap into yourself. Let's not settle for anything in life. It's too beautiful to perpetrate. It's too beautiful to, oh my God, it's a wonderful thing. I do love me. I promise you that. I absolutely love me because I work too hard to get here. I work hard. And it takes obedience. It takes sacrifice. It takes being quiet and still and doing sometimes things that you just don't want to do. You don't want to do it because you know it's gonna be something that you love. However, what I had to learn is that what I have is fabulous. Yeah. However, what he has for me is unimaginable. The things I've been shown, the things that he's brought me through and from, it's a gratitude. That's why I was led to just write those gratitude times. Every day at 2:00 is my gratitude time. That's my private time with him to say, thank you for today. Thank you for waking me up. Of course, I have it every morning, but that's my time specific that I set aside to recharge every day. My time with him, because that's how much I love him. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So, conscious change coach. Consciousness is your spirit. So everything is going to be from a conscious place and with intention. It's my life. Living the fruits every day. That's my life. And like I said, it breaks my heart when someone tries to emulate me. Be your own type of a sparrow, okay? We're all sparrows. We have different stories to share. And I just really hope and pray that you tap into yourself and unveil who you are. If you need help, don't be me. Just come to me. Just come and we can talk about it. I don't have a problem with that. I promise you, I don't. That's what I do. I help you discover you. I introduce you to yourself. And when you are introduced to yourself, you will be amazed of who you really are. Stop following other people. Stop emulating them. Stop. Just stop. That's all I have to say. But Junior, hi Junior, welcome to the room. Thank you for coming in. Veronica says, very important, get your gratitude time in. Yeah, and he's my rock. That's what Veronica says. Yeah, God is that guy, you know, and you see hashtag God's girl. You're going to see that everywhere, you know. Carolina Girl Conversations. That's what this is. Open forum to just be the best that we can be. Be great. Be the greatest you can, because we evolve every day. We're growing. We're learning about ourselves. We're not settling. Because when you love yourself and you're putting the investment into yourself to be better, no, you're not going to compromise that. You're not going to settle for that. Unacceptable. Go ahead, boyfriend. Go ahead and leave. You can exit stage left. Look for the exit sign. So that is the matters of the heart on this Monday. And with some other juiciness, but I'm not going to talk about that today. I'll save that for next week. We'll actually have a guest next week. But tonight, I wanted it to be a little bit intimate, to talk about something in particular that we can all resonate with. And the one thing, my mom would always say, don't you accept any wooden nickels. Don't you take any wooden nickels from from anybody. That is what Queen Fabulous would always say to me and my sisters and everybody else that she notices something's not quite right in a relationship. And she mess around and say, don't take any wooden nickels. I quoted my mama in this book a few times. Because my mom and dad, when they speak, they are quite profound with the way they get points across. And I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful for the way they raised me and my siblings. I'm just grateful for so much. I'm just voicing my gratitude for everything. You don't have to go on every day at 2 o'clock and be grateful. Just pick the best time of day that you can have for yourself. I gift that to you. I gift it to the world. It's just something that I started doing many years ago, and it would get me through my day. It's your reset button. Sometimes we need to stop and just take a break. Read a word. But I stopped doing and posting exactly at 2 o'clock because I found myself rushing through my word and my time with him just to make a Facebook post. Lies. We are not doing that. And I've gone this entire time and didn't have this light on. But the thing is, pick a time for yourself. My phone is like every bell and whistle in the house goes off at 2 o'clock. And it's to the point everybody knows, 2 o'clock gratitude time. It's 2 o'clock gratitude time. I'm going to stop what I'm doing. This is me and him. I can be talking on the phone with you. In my mind, it's gratitude time. And I have my time. And after that, everything is kosher. Everything's beautiful, gravy. It's just fabulous after that. And these are things that you make a part of your life. You construct your life. You're responsible for it. Do the best you can with it. Make it beautiful. Make it amazing. Create your own fabulous. It's up to you to do that. And you don't need to mimic anybody else to do that. Just rediscover yourself. Introduce yourself to you. And it's not easy. Everything is a challenge. I love challenges. If you need help with the challenge, let me know. I promise you, I will make you honor yourself every time. It's about commitment. And at the end of the day, truly knowing who you are and loving yourself enough to know you're worthy of the best. You're going for the best. You're going to push for greater. I'm here to serve you there. I love you enough to serve you the fabulous. Y'all, that's it. I have talked over an hour. It's been over an hour. Did I miss any comments? I'm going to scroll through right quick to make sure. In the event that I have, what I will do is respond to them in afterwards. I promise you I will do that. Okay? And I'll see you next week in the same place. Different topic. And hopefully I will get some more conversation jar inquiries. If you want to send an inquiry to me, send it to me. You can send it here on Messenger. This young lady sent it on Messenger. However, you can also send it to Visions, VYZONS @iCloud.com. It's just too much going on in my life right now. I'm doing everything I possibly can to keep everything in order. It's really difficult. So that's why I had to incorporate this secondary day. And I said, good God, Jesus, are you serious? I'm going to have to incorporate another day. It was enough for Wisdom Wednesdays. Now I have Matters of the Heart Mondays and Wisdom Wednesdays. It's beautiful. I complain of nothing because I know it's a purpose in all of this. And I'm just going to do my due diligence to do the kingdom business that he's projecting that I do. It's that easy. So on that note, I'm going to go because I'm hot. I had no business wearing this sweater. It's hot. So I'm going to move on. Sparrow baby, I'm sure you're on the line or you may catch this replay later. Please listen to your heart. It's taking you to a place you haven't been. And pray about your situation. Know that it's greater for you in this world. Stop settling, being disrespected. To me, that's the ultimate disrespect, to keep you in hiding for 19 months. However, say that you're in a relationship. That's not a relationship. I won't judge you. I'm going to love you regardless. However, weigh your options in life. And when they're not adding up to what you expect them to be, because the only expectation you have is what God has for you. So that's what I mean when I say expect. He is the only one that you should be expecting anything from, because he's the only one that will not disappoint you. He will deliver exactly what he's showing you and telling you that he's going to do. This I will stake my life on. So only expect from him. However, when it comes to other people, just accept them where they are. Love them regardless. It doesn't mean that you have to stay with them. You can love them at a distance. You can love them from afar. You can wish them well. And maybe they will take the time to do the development that they need for themselves to also become a better person. But love yourself to be free from bondage, to be free from settling, to compromising, giving way too much of your life. All right. So on that note, I'm going to skedaddle. So love without conditions. Always possess a positive attitude and soar in all you do. I love you, mean it. Ciao. Good night.